I love our topic tonight, so thank you for joining me. It's on opportunities, and I've got it broken down into a couple of different things. I'm going to start by taking a look at our communication space with Supreme Being and cleaning that out. Because what I have learned about opportunities is if you're not in communication with Supreme Being, they stop being planted in front of you on your path. And so I want to clean that out first. Then what we're going to do is take a look at your opportunities at work, opportunities in relationships / love, and then opportunities for money. And then I'm going to wrap everything up by looking at your room of opportunities or room of possibilities, whatever you want to call it. So I got a full lineup for you tonight, and I'm going to get started by saying a prayer and setting the energy. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Okay, so let me start with the communication space between you and Supreme Being. And the way that I'm looking at this is a communication line between you and Supreme Being, and we want that to vibrate at gold. On your side, there's some dark energy, almost black energy, and it has to do with doubting that Supreme Being can hear you, doubting that Supreme Being loves you. So I want to clean that out. And as this really dark energy is coming out, what I see is that it's a lot of other people's energy. It's not really you or your beliefs. It's a lot of judgment and other people's pictures. And the first thing that starts happening as this begins to clear is you're getting your amusement back, which is so important, especially in that communication space. And that amusement vibration is coming in at a beautiful blue-green, like really deep, rich blue-green colors. The next energy I see in the communication space with Supreme Being is a lot of little beings around the head and the crown that break up your certainty. And they're starting to move. I see what's going on. These little beings are trying to tell you that they love you. Like instead of Supreme Being, they're looking for a place to be able to come into your body, your aura. And so they're trying to tell you that, oh, I love you. The same way Supreme Being would tell you that you're loved, only it's not Supreme Being. So let me finish cleaning these out. That's so interesting. As those beings are moved out, you're able to run more creative energy. It's also bringing you into present time with Supreme Being. So I like what I'm seeing, because that communication line that goes from your crown to Supreme Being is starting to come up to gold. There's a red angry control being on the communication line that I'm going to clear. And it has to do with jealousy about how no effort your space becomes when you're in clear communication with Supreme Being. For instance, your mock-ups will come to you more smoothly. They'll be able to be sent out more smoothly and come back to you more smoothly. Opportunities will show up in ease. Just trying to get that being all the way out. It's what I would call a destroy being. So I think I actually need to erase this being. It's a low-level being. Yeah, I got to get this guy out of there, because it's been keeping you from being able to have communication from Supreme Being. Okay. All right. Okay. Now the line is coming all the way up to gold. There, that makes me happy. I just wanted to make sure that being got out of there. So now you have clear communication with Supreme Being, and we can move on to your opportunities at work. So let me take a look at that. And opportunities at work could be so many different things. You know, it could be an opportunity to advance. It could be an opportunity to utilize more of your skill set at work. It could be opportunities to increase your rapport and communication with your coworkers and or bosses. So let's take a look at what energy gets in that space. And getting a little hot. The very first energy I see is a lumpy white energy, and it's a lot of competition, other people's competition directed at you. It's also competition from the beings of the companies that you work for. They're all run by beings, or I should say there are beings at the top that help run businesses, corporations. And I see competition coming from those beings. Then the energy of effort that it takes to actually do your job sometimes will take you off the track of looking at how simple it could be to mock up an opportunity. So I'm going to clear effort out of there. That's a lot of effort. It's a brown energy, and there's a lot of it. And as I work on clearing the effort, there's this viciousness that shows up, like people who are really viciously competitive. So definitely want to get that out of there. That's real snake energy. So I'm going to erase some snakes. What I'm seeing as I erase the snakes is that opens up a nice pathway to you and whoever your superior is. It's creating a nice clear path to you, your boss. If you are the boss of your business, it's creating a clear path to your employees. Yeah, it always amazes me what a huge difference it makes when you clear out snake energy or spider energy, just really low level, non-evolving energies. Then there's a black energy that is the energy vibration of you'll never, you can't, you won't. That's other people's judgment. That's a really thick, oily looking black energy. It's starting to release, but it's moving slowly like oil. This all comes from the game that gets played on this planet. If I can't have it, you can't have it either. That sums up everything right there. So that's the competition, the judgment. And the other thing that I notice about this energy is that I'm also clearing a lot of it off of the future timeline. So it's not just in present time, it's stuck out in future time as well. Good. It's coming off the future timeline. This really pretty blue is coming in, like filling up the timeline. Okay, good. I like that. That settled out very nicely. I'm going to fill that whole space of opportunities at work in with gold. That looks really nice. That's a great blue color. It's kind of it's a little bit lighter than a medium blue. and it's got like a shimmer to it, almost like a silver shimmer. Okay, so on to the next one, opportunities in relationships and love. Let's see what's in there. First, I should tell you this space vibrates at gold to begin with. And there's really nice energy in this. And the first energy that comes up is some competition from family and friends. And it has to do with wanting to own you and your friendship, or own you and your love. So I'm just saying hello to them and kindly and gently moving them out of this space for you. Those of you that have children, your kids get in that space too. So I'm going to kindly and gently move them out of your opportunities for love and relationships. The next energy I'm noticing would be negative self-talk. Places where you talk yourself out of being able to have a relationship and love. And a lot of that negative self-talk is in response to judgments that have been thrown at you. And what's cool to see is that as I'm clearing these energies, I can see some of you already starting to move your vibration up and start to create pictures of what you would like to have in a relationship. So you're already starting to look at doing mock-ups for them. Yeah, it's funny in this space, some of you were just looking for a little permission to be able to create something new for yourself in the way of a relationship and love. Then I also am aware that some of you that feel like you're in relationships that aren't working, I'm working on energy to clear, let's say, energy that gets in your opportunities to heal a relationship. And there's a plum purple energy coming out of this. And fortunately, what's coming out is, it's funny because it's coming out looking like sticks, but it's like conflict and disagreements. So that's a good thing. That's coming out of the opportunities to heal a relationship. Also, unkind things that have been said are coming out. And with that, some guilt. And that could very well affect you looking at creating new relationships. So this is all very good that it's coming out. And especially for opportunities for love, one of the things I'm going to do right now is raise your havingness gauge for love. So a lot of what I'm hearing come out of the gauge is I can't have it, I don't deserve it, it's out there, but it's not for me. When will I find it? How soon can I have it? I like that. So all of that's coming out of the gauge, or I should say what's keeping the gauge suppressed. And all of that was white energy. And now the gauge is moving into a zone where I can hear it saying, I can have this. Okay. Good. That gauge changed quite a bit. So it's quite high now. And I'm just going to go back to the space where I was looking at relationships and love and just check that one last time. And this is good too. I see more openness now to meeting new people and not being so, I don't know if sheltered is the right word, but maybe hiding a little. So that space opened up too. Okay, I'm going to fill that in with gold. And that space is really pretty now. It's like sunset colors of yellow gold and peachy rose. Very beautiful. Okay. And now I'm going to look at opportunities for money. The first energy I see is a lot of black. So let me clear the black energy out. That black is comprised of destroy energy, competition, control energy, and I'm just erasing black right now. And what's coming up next is confusion about who to trust when an opportunity does present itself to you. This goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the healing, is why it's so important to be in close communication with Supreme Being, because if you're in communication with Supreme Being, it will help you see the truth. Okay, got some snakes to erase. There's a really beautiful energy coming in right now that is Supreme Being setting the energy. It reminds me of like when the wise men came to the baby Christ and offered gifts. It's a real similar energy of giving and receiving. It's very beautiful. It's a deep gold. And I really think that was Supreme Being reminding everybody that opportunities and money are kind of based on giving and receiving, that cycle has to be flowing all the way around, giving and receiving, in order to receive opportunities. And that whole space of opportunities for money is coming up to a lovely gold. And I'm hearing Supreme Being say, attitude, attitude. It's a lot about attitude. And a belief in yourself. So I'm going to clear any energy that gets between you and your ability to believe in yourself. Tonight, that's showing up as an energy in the heart chakra, like a little dark plug of energy right there in the heart chakra. Good, you're letting go of that, and I'm watching that release. That's really cool. All your record keepers are coming in and they want to give you information on believing in yourself, your self-affinity. That was really interesting. I just saw this barrage of record keepers come in. You know, I don't know if you ever call on your record keeper to give you a healing, but they are so connected to you and they can bring information down from your records to remind you of a lot of things. So that's something to remember when you need a healing, is you might just try calling up your record keeper and having them come in and ask them if they have a particular kind of information for you, or ask them, what have you got for me today? And see what they bring. Ooh, okay, what's going on right now is the record keepers have come in and I see them starting to clean off agreements that you made prior to getting this body that have to do with money, like money that is owed to you, money that's coming to you, money that you can create. And it looks to me like that some energy got in that space of you being able to see what you already mocked up for yourself this lifetime. So that space is getting cleared. Oh, that's nice. That was a great healing. Okay, I'm going to fill that space in with gold. And then I just want to check everybody's room of possibilities. Make sure all the doorways are open. And by the way, that money space still is at a deep gold, really pretty. All right, so now room of possibilities. Some of the doorways are open, some of them are closed, some of them are cracked open slightly, but we want all the doorways open for all possibilities. And there are a couple of control beings. I'm going to back off. And the first layer of control beings has to do with family controls, about not wanting you to exceed family limits. Sometimes that means, like, what's coming to my mind is like with money, where you're not supposed to embarrass your parents by making more money, bringing in more money, having more money. That's just one of the first things that comes to my mind. Okay, the control beings are backed off, and then there's some more dark energy blocking some of the doorways. And I'm erasing some snakes again because there's an energy in front of some of the doorways that is like deceit. That's what it is, like deceitful opportunities. We want to get those out of there. Good. What I'm starting to see is a playful vibration coming in. So that's bringing in some of your higher energy. And of course, that's the kind of energy vibration we want to be in when we mock things up or when we receive things. So I'm happy to see that coming in. Good. A lot of the doorways are opening up now. And what I see on the other side of the doorways is a lot of light. So that's nice, nice high vibration. Oh, this is looking great. There's one control being straight up top of the room. Just give me 1 minute. It's taken me a minute. So just one more minute. Okay. I brought in the big guns. I asked Supreme Being to move the being out, and I watched it get taken up. All right. So your room of opportunities, all the doorways are open now, and there's light on the other side of the doors. So let me fill that in with a big gold sun. Cool. All right. Let me close out the healing. May it be with the blessing of divinity that this healing on opportunities tonight be complete. Amen. All right. I'm just going to check your space real quick. You have a lot of energy coming out of you. So I highly recommend keeping a grounding cord on tonight, grounding your bed when you go to sleep, grounding your astral, grounding tomorrow, because actually this released a lot of energy. Your crowns are vibrating nice and high right now. So yeah, you want to maintain that and just keep a grounding cord on. And for those of you that are kind of new, you might want to replace your grounding cord tomorrow morning. When you just start out using a grounding cord, it might work for a little while. In the beginning, it might work for a few minutes, and then you need to change it. And the more you use it, the longer it will last. But all you have to do is kind of look down, take a look at what it looks like. If it's shabby and flapping in the wind, then it's time to put down a new grounding cord. So I would recommend putting a new one on every morning anyway. Okay, I'm going to fill all of you in with a big gold sun. All right, I just have one announcement, and that is next Thursday is when I will do Seek and You Will Find. So you can come ask me a question and I'll answer it to you in the form of a healing. So I look forward to seeing you next Thursday. I hope you enjoyed the healing tonight, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll see you in a week. Well, a week and 2 days. Okay, good night.